director of Hijos de Dios here in Guazacapan, Guatemala. I had just come down on my first mission trip in 2006. Years went on. My husband and I and our children started to come down to Guatemala on a more regular basis, and I became the director of the children's home in Casa Esperanza. Many people who have worked with foster children know the heart of a foster child is very broken. They don't feel like they belong to anyone, and they're just trying to survive. They're in survival mode in the world, and it's hard for them to discern between right and wrong. It's hard for them to feel like anyone really cares for them just because they are who they are. And you can tell them many times that they're loved, that God loves them, but there's just this hole in their hearts, and it broke my heart. It's not something I really talk about too much. I believe the story is important. I believe people need to hear the story of the kids in Guatemala. I believe I can be a voice for them, and I'm speaking for those who've been traumatized by war and who have been left abandoned and forsaken. And I believe that we're the church, and I don't know where this little video is going, but I believe we're the church and we're the answer to this problem on the earth today. And I don't have the answers. I can't tell you how we're gonna fix it, but I know the answer, and his name is Jesus. So this program started before we even had the construction done, and that's what is happening in Guatemala. There's so many of these cases that are happening that they can't even wait for the doors of programs to open. Our Single Moms program in Guatemala, we have a vision because this country is got an epidemic of single moms. It's got some of the worst numbers in the world. If you look it up on statistics, in compared to the whole world, Guatemala is one of the worst countries in the world for single mothers. Women's rights are very low here. Even though most men will abandon their children, they have the paternity rights over their children, they have the custody over their children, and they have more rights than the women have. And so it's an uphill battle for us many times, that even if these dads sometimes abandon their children, do not pay child support to their children, this mother could never leave the country or get a passport or change that child's name without the dad's permission, even if he's gone. So this is what we're fighting for. We're coming in to, we believe that we can make a difference, that we can get justice. And so each single one of our moms in the Single Moms program will be able to go to the court, will be able to be represented. And we are seeing laws change in this country. Slowly but surely we are seeing laws change, and we are hoping for justice for these young moms and their kids, that they would receive child support on a monthly basis, and then when they come into our program, they're going to receive a home to live in that's safe. They're going to receive counseling. They're going to receive either an education towards a trade or an education, whether that would be for college or university, so that they can get a career. So part of our single moms will live with us in our village and be on a full-time program, which would last about 3 years. Other ones of our single moms will come and receive daycare, and they're going to get scholarships so that they can finish their school and be able to break the cycle of poverty. So that's what we're doing with our program. And in 2019, we're starting our first scholarship program. So we're going to have our first young moms starting to attend school. So this is super exciting for us. This is a pilot project. There's not many of these projects going on in Guatemala. I know of a few, and because of their dedication and their hard work, they've inspired me to take up this kind of torch and be a light and to help these young women. So we need support from Canada. We need support from the church in so many areas, in prayer, financially. We need support with donations of things for babies and for moms, and we'll be able to give these donations to the moms that need it. And many times these gifts just show love. They just show love, that they're not forgotten, that they're not left behind, and that God has a plan and purpose for their life, and it gives them hope, because they've lived with so much hopelessness that hopelessness seems normal. So thank you for hearing me, and I hope that you're blessed And I pray their blessing over your church. I pray a blessing over your families. And I just want to encourage you that every single one of us has something inside of us that we can give. And there's nothing too small. And so bless you and thank you.